a continent that is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, North America, and the Caribbean Sea. South America is the southern continent of the Americas, located in the Western Hemisphere. Uruguay, Suriname, Guyana, Chile, Paraguay, Venezuela, Bolivia, Colombia, Peru, Argentina, and Brazil. The underlying link about these countries is that these are the countries of South America. In South America, one of its biggest and largest displays is the Amazon River. Holding the world's largest drainage basin, the Amazon River is not only confined to Brazil, but extends through many countries, including Bolivia, Paraguay, Argentina, Peru, and Ecuador. The region's high levels of rainfall, diverse topography, and meandering rivers sustain its amazing variety and abundance of life. In the east of Ecuador stretches the El Oriente, occupying lowlands of the Amazon basin. Between the Napo and Curare rivers is the home of the Huarani, feared warriors of the Amazon rainforest. The Huarani are Native Amerindians from the Amazonian region of Ecuador. Family units consisted of a man and his wife or wives, their unmarried sons, their married daughters and sons-in-law, and their grandchildren. Their language has no ties to any other Amazon group and has yet to be classified. There are no roads, no towns, no shops, and no settlements, and over weeks of travel up the river and by foot through tough terrains to reach the Huarani people of the Ecuador Amazon basin. Now on the border of Brazil and Peru, a unique and untouched group located within the Vale do Javari Indigenous Reserve are the Corubo people, who first made contact with the outside world in 1996 and have since been rarely outside its reservation borders. Located in almost impenetrable jungles, the Corubo people have totally surrendered their lifestyles to the thick forest, signifying a travel on foot to be the possible means of reaching them. Their diet includes spider monkeys, peccary, birds, wild pigs, fruits, manioc, and corn. Traveling to reach the Corubo people, one would have to canoe through a labyrinth of myriad vegetation, crocodile canals, and acrobatic monkeys leaping from vine to branch amongst the creaking trees before leaving the canoe and walking for more than 8 hours on foot just to reach their reservations. Moving over to the Chilean mountain, we find that it holds an extraordinary feature amongst the South American nations. Its elongated physique stretches thousands of miles from the arid, rain-starved desert in the north to the icy glaciers of the south, adding up to 4,300 kilometers around the foot of South America. Located in southern Chile and Argentina, we bring you the Mapuche tribe. The Mapuche are a kinship-based group. They are patrilineal, which identifies their family tree through their father or husband's line. They supplement their vegetable crops and keep llamas for their wool, from which they continuously weave and knit their clothing. The characteristic religion of the Mapuche is closely linked to their land and their environment. Mapuche gods are described as all people who are invisible and have limited powers. The machi, a role usually played by older women, is an extremely important part of the Mapuche culture. The machi performs ceremonies to ward off evil, for rain, for the cure of diseases, and has an extensive knowledge of Chilean medicinal herbs gained during an arduous machi training period. In dress, language, architecture, and lifestyle, the Aymara tribe of Bolivia and Peru are a people rich in myth, knowledge, and spirituality. These ancient people are concentrated in western Bolivia, in the heart of South America, and also southern Peru, in the area around Lake Titicaca. The Incas conquered the Aymara in the 15th century, followed by the Spanish conquistadors in 1538. Throughout their long history, the Aymara have retained a strong cultural and linguistic identity. For its impeccable location on high, cold, and barren regions, the Aymara of Bolivia and Peru have learned to make a living there centuries ago. Aymara clothing is colorful and suited to life at high altitude. It brightens the drab landscape. Men often wear striped ponchos over shirt and pants. A knitted wool hat called a chulu has flaps to keep the ears warm. Women also wear felt bowler hats and full skirts of brilliant shades of orange, purple, red, and blue. They wear a shawl for warmth and use a wool aguayo for carrying their babies on their backs. They have domesticated the llama to supply meat, milk, hide, and wool. Aymara have grown and chewed cocoa plants for centuries and used its leaves in traditional medicine as well as in ritual offerings to the sun god Inti and the earth goddess Pachamama. From the hearts of the tropical rainforests, by the edges of the Amazon basin, along the mountain ridges of the Andes, to the coastal sandy beaches of the Caribbean, the hearts of the Latin Americans cry out for the gospel of Jesus Christ. Their traditional dresses dignify their vibrant culture. Their faces tell 1,000 stories of struggle and hardship, and their livelihood resides in the sounds of their music.
Aunque mis ojos no te puedan ver, te puedo sentir. Sé que estás aquí. Aunque mis manos no pueden tocar tu rostro, Señor, sé que estás aquí.
Large-scale evangelistic outreaches, organized by churches, mission agencies, and ministries, have continued their commitment to reach out to the continent of South America with the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. Will there be rejoicing in heaven for the Aymara, the Mapuche, the Corubo, or the Huarani people giving their lives to Jesus Christ? They are waiting to hear their first gospel message. But how can they hear if missionaries are not sent? Ladies and gentlemen, it will be through your prayers and with your giving that together we will be able to reach the South Americans with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Aunque mis ojos no te pueden ver, Sé que estás aquí.